All right, here we are with our top 10 for the Solar Storm Award. These are finalists, and I really love the different photos we have and the wide variety, even though they're all Aurora. But obviously, when you're looking at all these in a contest, you realize just all the multitude of colors that the Aurora can have and the different places they happen. And it's incredible. So we're going to jump right into this one, which is obviously taken probably in my home state of Arizona. And I took one like this as well, but this one I think is even better because of the cactus being way larger and all the stuff in the background. Just the idea of seeing the aurora on the horizon or above this cactus in the Arizona desert is insane. And I know it was insane everywhere, but everywhere that saw it south of where they're supposed to, Florida, and I mean, Dennis, you said it was over your house, and that's also rare.
Yeah.
But for me growing up, the idea of northern lights was always like Norway, Iceland, the snow, like that's just where it happens, everywhere cold. And so to me, just seeing it with a desert cactus is it's remarkable. So really, really awesome photo. Great. It's tough to shoot these low light photos at night. Make sure that you get everything sharp. I love that the cactus is nicely lit up. All right, we'll go to this one. Dennis, do you have any thoughts about this one?
I kind of like this one because of the foreground. The aurora is pictures of even bigger and brighter auroras out there, but the scenery overall makes this photo, in my opinion. And as well, it's very nice developed. There just minor technical challenges here. I see some, I don't know the English word for this. The stars are looking a bit weird in the corners, but
okay.
that's the lens. I would say,
It might just be that there was either a little bit of movement or the shutter went on a little too long and there was some motion in the stars. But this little bit here might be sometimes when I see that in one of mine, it might be that you have the image stabilization still turned on your lens.
But these weird stuff, some wide angle lenses do this kind of stuff, because if you're looking at the corners, it's a bit more there. But overall, it's a very well balanced shot, and let me see, and it's shot at f1.8, so it's very difficult to get a sharp picture with this. So, but technically, I don't have much experience with shooting aurora because it's not there where I live so much. But I know how it works, and it's very challenging to get fast shutter speeds to avoid motion blur, and this one is very well done.
Yeah, and also just the concept of it's a short shutter click for these, and then you might end up with 1,000 photos if you go out, and then you have to decide which ones do you like the most. That's pretty wild. Jennifer, what do you think about this one? I know we talked about this one in our selections, but I kind of like it, and I like it even more now looking at it.
Yeah, like Dennis said, sometimes, it's nice to, and especially we have a lot of visual overwhelm, like image after image after image. And sometimes that second or third or fourth visit back to an image, you start to pick up little things that you didn't notice. And, this one, we do love that raggedy little, like, messed up windmill, that little Don Quixote windmill, I'm going to call it. And I really appreciate the editing and the tones. We have beautiful auroras, we have beautiful stars, lots of really nice things about this image. I think if it weren't for that funky windmill, it wouldn't be as interesting of a shot. So I appreciate that they decided to, frame it and compose it this way, because, it contributes.
For sure, for sure. And I think there's a little bit of, one side feels aurora, and then it feels like the other half is kind of fades to stars, and it's also a nice balance to have that windmill and the house um, kind of mirror that in a way. So it does give it some really good balance. All right, I like this one. I think I love like minimalistic photos, simple photos. I like doing silhouette shots when I'm out doing like maybe engagement sessions or wedding shoots, and it's at the end of the night and there's an epic sunset, and I can get them on a hilltop isolated, like with a dark silhouette of this couple with an amazing orange sky behind them. I just love that. So for me, this is just almost the same type of thing, as where you've got this horse art sculpture thing framed up against the aurora. I just love it. It's very simple. I think if I had anything to say negative, which I really don't, I love how the grass is all sharp here. There's a few blades here that are kind of, I think, closer, and they're out of focus. And I think I would have probably tried to remove those just so they don't maybe distract me as much, because everything else kind of fits sharpness with that horse. But otherwise, it's wonderful. So.
Yeah, this one feels very playful to me. And it's so interesting comparing this to that other horse shot, which is like you're looking going, what are these grotesque, like what in the grotesque is happening here? It's like macabre and weird. And you're like, are these real horses? Are they melting? Like, what the hell?
Oh my gosh, I was wondering myself when I first looked at this, and I had my son Asher next to me, and we were looking going, are those real? Because they look like the horses out of like they look like the Game of Thrones horses that the White Walkers were on or something.
Yeah, and so that one really makes you wonder what's going on. You have to look and investigate. This one's very clear. It's very crisp, and it reminds me of a hobby horse when you're a child.
Yes.
Like, that's immediately what came into my mind. And so then this just feels like a childlike awe and a really playful moment, like radio flyer, like a kid and the big open vastness and majesty of space and color. So I think all those elements work well together for a very specific feeling.
No, I agree. I love that that angle. That's really a hobby horse. That makes me think of that. All right, Dennis, what do you think of this one? Another desert shot.
Another desert shot, yeah. It's different, and that's why I like it so much, because it's there. The photographer tried to be different and experiment with the mirror and all this stuff, and it came out very, very nicely, in my opinion. And I appreciate it a lot that the mirror itself is very sharp. It's a Joshua tree, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, Joshua tree.
And it's sharp as well. And you have the glow of the aurora and even a bit of green at the horizon there. The bushes are a bit blurry here and there. This is kind of a bit of an issue, but not too bad. If you look at just on the screen, it's perfectly sharp. We are talking about very detailed stuff here.
Yeah.
But overall, I like this kind of photo because it's different. It's just has a unique style to it. That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, I mean, like we've discussed last time, you can just shoot the aurora over trees and it looks like a lot of shots, or like the moon or whatever. So trying to use your own voice and your own feelings and your own inspiration and creativity to do something different that's what it's all about. Especially, to me, like a subject like the aurora, where you could just go out and take a basic shot, or you could just go crazy with it. And I would never have thought of this. So wherever this idea came from, just really, really cool. I like this image, and I think I talked about it first. Jennifer said you were very excited that it made the top 10. So I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah, I just think it's really different and unique. I really appreciate, and you're talking about how you would shoot brides and grooms, and that sort of also like how many staircases have we shot them on? So I don't know, all of that sort of lends to my enjoyment of this image. But I just feel like I know how excited this photographer was when they got the perfect line up, that burst right in the middle. The symmetry is powerful, and it's very simple. And I appreciate that. And it shows how impactful that simplicity can be.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with all that. All right. This one, it feels a little bit like I think the foggy shot that we talked about in selections, unfortunately didn't make it as far, but this one does have like some moodiness to it, some softness. The tree, it almost feels like a Bob Ross painting in a little bit with the happy little creek and the happy little fog coming off the water and the aurora. No, I really like this. This is like as we were just talking about a mirror being super different and crazy. This is a lot more simple, but the reflection of the water and the trees being close and off in the distance, it's a nice take on this for sure.
Yeah, I like the foreground, how it's lit up from the aurora.
Yes.
The mood in the trees, especially on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Very good quality. All those details, there's sharpness. Well done.
All right, Jennifer, you freaking love the next two. This one especially.
I do, because I do not live in Europe, and this is not old hat to me. So, like the way that I might feel about a more basic, straightforward plains shot with a barn, I am like, oh, that's how Dennis feels about this. But I mean, wow, the layering, the textures, the motion in the water, in the falls, in the foreground. I like the way that the auroras are playing with the clouds in the background. I mean, how long did this person sit here? How many hundreds or thousands of images did they take? And this is that shining beacon of a shot, and I feel like the edit has been thoughtfully done. I'm looking at this on my screen to the left, if you guys wonder why I keep looking to the left. But I mean, this is quality from top to bottom, from corner to corner, sharp, buttery smooth editing. I only have really great things to say about this, so I'll pass it on.
Yeah, you sound like you like it. No, I'm actually, I feel like sometimes shots like these and with the aurora I feel like the photographer owes it to everybody else to have put a time lapse together of it, because I would have liked to also see this just in motion with the water falling and probably ebbing and going further out and all this stuff in the aurora. It would have been really, really cool. But I agree with all of it. I feel like maybe it's really hard to tell what it was like there. This one, like if I go from the others, this one feels like it could be a little oversaturated. Just a little bit colorful, but I also like it. I like the golden grass and the colors, and maybe because of the aurora, it creates that effect of reflecting off there and helping enhance some of that color, especially at night.
So don't get me wrong, I like this image too, but I have seen so many from this place with the aurora. So it's not for me. It doesn't feel so unique. That's right. The point. But it's technical good. It's a very well done shot of the aurora and this unique landscape there. But it's one of the most obvious points on Iceland.
What is that place called? Do you know?
No.
Oh, sorry. I should not have put you on the spot.
No. And if I would know it, I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to spell it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I like this image, absolutely. But it's just my personal taste. I have seen a lot of it from this place. So maybe it's the same way if you see the Golden Gate Bridge, or I don't know.
I understand. No, I mean it's really the point of view of who has seen this. For me, I have never seen like cactus with something or or the Grand Canyon with, I've seen that a lot. I haven't seen this a lot. It makes total sense. So
yeah, but it doesn't mean it's not a great image. It is.
Yep.
So.
And this one I like. It's obviously, I think it's from the same person, same photographer. It's a little interesting with the choice of just standing right here in the road and shooting this, compared to this one feels like a really like thought out, although maybe obvious composition when you're at the spot. I do still somehow really like this one because I do like the road descending kind of into the distance to give it a little bit of depth to it. And then I really like the aurora kind of emanating from the mountains. And so I really like that. And it's just really nicely well lit. I don't know if it would have been better to walk maybe out to here to this fence and maybe shoot it from here without anything in the foreground, because there's like a post here with fence, but I like it. It doesn't bother me that much here at all. So it's nice. And it's probably, I don't know if this is also a spot where people stand here and shoot all the time in Iceland, but it's probably maybe less obvious than the one before. So it's real nice.
I don't know, but in a certain way, the road is kind of a mirror from the aurora in some point. And that's what I like here.
Yeah.
It's just the curvy, wavy road, and the aurora is dancing above in a kind of similar way. So I like it from the composition. Yeah.
Nope, really good. All right, and here's our last one, which I think this is the Badlands, or maybe somewhere else. Yeah, it looks like the Badlands, but
Badlands, yeah.
Really like a juxtaposition of a kind of brown, dead-looking landscape to this just rainbow aurora, like just so many colors above there. Just incredible. Jennifer, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm like staring at it here, zooming in. I have tried so many times to get cool astrophotography shots in the Badlands. It's such a massive space, and there are so many interesting places to shoot. So I appreciate that this photographer found a good spot where you get enough of a view of the sky, but also just a touch of those crags and peaks from the Badlands. There's enough detail in that foreground so you're not confused as to what you're looking at. And the sky is just a riot. So I think, I wonder if it could have just slightly been cropped maybe. But overall, I think it's really nice.
Yeah, I think it's one of the aurora shots that has the most maybe palette of aurora colors all at once, whereas maybe the others are more like 3 or 4 colors. This one feels like there's so many, maybe it could have cropped up from the left a little bit where it's like nothing here, so you could have cropped up a little bit more and had this stuff more in the center. But really, really nicely done. So congratulations to everyone who made the top 10, and good luck. We'll see who wins next week.